All right, what are we looking at here? We've got something different going on today. There's been a huge, just absolutely huge influx of hype into the Pokemon community, and it got me in this situation where I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to look for it, and I'm going to track down my old Pokemon cards. There's some backstory in this video. I know that this is a Magic the Gathering channel. Today, we're covering Pokemon. I'm calling all Pokemon trainers because I am a Magic the Gathering aficionado. I know a lot about Magic cards at a glance, but the thing is about Pokemon is I just don't know, like, at a glance what is good. There are some things that I do know about that we're going to get into in the video. Today, we are talking about Pokemon on Jake and Joel Are Magic. The video starts right now.
Special thanks to our Patreon supporters who power our channel. Check out our Patreon for monthly giveaways, exclusive content, and even a starring role in our fan fight series. Link in the description below.
For a limited time only, if you join the Patreon at any level, you will receive a holographic Jake and Joel Are Magic logo sticker. Link in the description below. Hello, welcome to the day. Thank you for spending your time with us. I'm Jake. Welcome back to another episode of Jake and Joel Are Magic. Today, it's a little bit different here on the channel. We are going over TCGs, but today we're going to be going over Pokemon. This is what I could find of my Pokemon collection. It is a very humble little collection. There are some holographic cards. I do remember having a Charizard, but I could not find it. It is not in here. We do have some first edition cards, however, they are Japanese cards. Let's go over something first here. In 1996, I got into Magic the Gathering. This is my Visions binder. It's very sweet. It's very cool. And like Pokemon, in 1996, I did not know how to play Magic the Gathering. My mother and I were really into sports cards. That was the kind of thing that we like to do. We were always buying baseball cards. We were cracking I think Skybox Upper Deck or something. Oh my God, if only we had been buying like one first edition base set box, we would be able to very easily, change our lives. A little bit about me, my buddy Joel and I, we do a channel, Jake and Joel Are Magic, where we cover all things Magic the Gathering. So if you're new here and you're like, why is this Magic channel covering Pokemon? Well, it's because I am actually very hardcore into Pokemon, even though the channel isn't about it. I'm level 40 on Pokemon Go. I think I've hit 40 like 3 times on my main. I have a level 40 alt account. I have 400 plus shinies on my main. It's a really great game if you're looking for just like a geocaching kind of like, I like the aesthetic of Pokemon. I like catching Pokemon. I enjoy traveling and booting up my game and just seeing what Pokemon are there, if it's a different kind of biome, if stuff is different there. It's different strokes for different folks. I think the PvP is a little bit lackluster. I think certain aspects of the game are kind of lackluster, but all in all, I really do enjoy it, as you can see by my account. So in 1996, when I was buying Pokemon cards and Magic the Gathering cards, I really had no idea how to play, and there was no internet at that time. 1996, oh my God. The internet was in its infant steps. And so there was no get online, figure out how to play the game. You needed somebody who would teach you how to play. And I still remember in 1996 going to Walmart in that Easter with my cousin, and he and I each got the very first Pokemon game. I got Pokemon Red and he got Pokemon Blue. I still remember the Walmart and seeing the game behind that glass and the Charizard and the Blastoise. Oh my gosh, hindsight is 2020 because we all know that those games sell for a lot. However, because I don't know how to play these cards, a lot of my cards are really in pristine shape. Like this Mewtwo, it honestly looks really good. We're going to focus the camera up as we get into these cards, so don't worry, I'm not going to have the whole thing out of focus. But, the thing is when I got into Magic finally in 2009 and learned how to play, I did some great things. From this collection, I remember selling a Mox Diamond from Stronghold for $40 to Card Kingdom. I remember selling a Gem Mint Grim Tutor for $80 to Card Kingdom. I just didn't realize, and I was getting into EDH at the time, which would later on become Commander, and I just kind of was like, yeah, I want to build these decks. I remember at the time in 2009, Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale was $120, and I remember looking at it for a deck, and I was like, no, there's no way. I can't afford that. I'm a broke college student. Well, hindsight is 2020, thinking about the old games, Red and Blue, and if you had bought that sealed. I mean, as a child, how do you say this is going to become the biggest grossing industry of all time? How do you say that Pokemon is going to end up beating Star Wars and My Little Pony? You just don't know that as a kid. So anyway, Pokemon has exploded. You know a little bit about me. We're a Magic the Gathering channel, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to dabble sometimes and talk about other important fandoms and nerdums. Nerddoms. Is that? For those of you who don't know, there's been a huge surge in the Pokemon industry. When you have someone like, and I'm talking about the secondary market for old vintage Pokemon cards. When I say that, not the whole industry of Pokemon. What I will say is this. When you have a YouTuber as big as Logan Paul with 22 million followers start to buy first edition base set boxes, what happens is that supply, which is already very scarce, becomes more scarce. And when you have 22 million people, some of which who want to follow in your footsteps, some of which who may have money and expendable income, who want to kind of like bond with you or do what you're doing, what happens is prices start to go up very quickly. So Logan Paul bought a booster box, a base set first edition booster box for just under $200,000. And only a few weeks later, Dumb Money, I don't know if you know about this whole controversy, buys another box and is ready to pay $375,000 for it. So a huge markup in a very, very small amount of time. Needless to say, the hype is there. The Dumb Money debacle and with Collector's Guru, it's extremely interesting. As far as seeing the hazards of buying these old boxes, it really is the absolute best way to understand how dangerous it is to be buying a very expensive sealed product on the secondary market. What you need to know about those first edition base set booster boxes is they didn't have the Wizards of the Coast logo on them. There was no logo on the cellophane of those first edition base set booster boxes. So it is high risk, high reward. If you can get a legit box, I mean, the first edition cards in it are just nuts. If you can pull a bunch of 10s, you could be pulling commons that are worth thousands of dollars. To give you a little bit of perspective, a box in good condition, like a pristine condition box, an empty box of first edition base set is worth like $3,000 to $5,000. So if you're a scammer, you get that box, you do your best to reseal it with just any kind of clear cellophane that doesn't use Wizards of the Coast. You make sure that the top couple packs are OG first edition booster packs. Like you can even buy the empty packs for a pretty penny just because those packs are used so frequently in scamming. And a lot of people who are buying these boxes are buying them with the intention of holding them to appreciate. So you will have people who buy very expensive boxes of Pokemon cards and they do not open them for years. And then when they finally do open them, if they did get scammed, that scammer is long gone a lot of the time, or you can't get in contact with them, or, it's way too long to have filed a claim. But, when you're faking a $375,000 box, that is grand larceny. So anyway, PokeRev, Leon Hart, they covered the Dumb Money debacle. If you don't know about the Dumb Money scam, I encourage you, go watch that video. I'll go ahead and link it in the cards, even though it's not our video, but everybody covers it. A bunch of big YouTubers covered it. So to be completely honest, I wasn't even going to make a video out of this. I looked through these. We're going to look through these in just a second, all of the cards that are here. But what was really interesting to me, and the reason I decided to make a video out of these instead of just putting them into a binder, is because of these right here. So all of these are just packs of Japanese Pokemon cards. There's about 25 of them, and what these are, and I'll tell you exactly what they are because I know and I remember. When I was a child, I bought Pokemon cards, and the ones that weren't English, and there's also a couple German ones in here as well, the ones that were Japanese, I had no idea what they said, and so they were very lackluster to me. I don't know why as a child I went out of my way to buy Japanese Pokemon cards, but if you look here closely, you will see that this is 1996 Nintendo. These are going to be like base set in very early Japanese cards. And this is where you need to correct me. If you are in the comments and you're going, Jake, this is wrong, just please tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong all the time. But mainly I looked at these and I was like, well, these are kind of lackluster. These are just Japanese cards. I'm sure they're not worth very much. So they sat aside. I looked through these. There's some value here. But what I did decide to do was open up one of these. And when I did open it, I found something very interesting. I was looking through, most of the cards are in pristine condition as well. They're all like very, very nice cards. But the one card I found in here was kind of like a big eye opener, and I was just looking at it and I had to look it up because And I'll give you a second to see if you can figure out why this card is controversial. And I was like, how in the hell? What in the shit? And I looked it up and I was like, this has to be banned. And yes, it is banned. It was banned in the United States. But the card is worth, like, in pristine condition, if it's like graded, it's worth like hundreds of dollars if it gets a high grade. I even saw one on eBay for $1,000, and now you have to know a lot of cards on eBay are going to be inflated. You're going to have people that just put something on there just because it's like a PSA or a Beckett 10, and people are going to buy it just because the grade is really high. Well, this made me look something up, and I was like, how in the hell did Pokemon ever think this was okay? And this is me just owning it. I'm kind of like a little bit ignorant. I didn't realize that the swastika is actually a symbol of good fortune in Hinduism and Buddhism. And also in Japan, it has its very own symbol. I'll go ahead and link that Kotaku article if you want to check it out. But I'm going to go ahead and show you the revised version of the card once they change the image. I'll go ahead and bring that up on the screen as well. And so you could see the difference. But when I saw that this card could potentially be very valuable, and it came out of one of these stupid little packs that I had originally intended to, I guess as a kid, when I was 10 years old, I was like, I'm going to make repacks. I'm going to make Pokemon repacks, and I'm going to sell them in a garage sale so that I can go back out and buy English cards. So a little bit of backstory. I know that I talked a lot. I promise we're going to open these cards. We're going to go through all of these ones that are already opened, and then we're going to crack these because I've seen like the Pikachu and like the Bulbasaur, and again, I didn't know how to play any of these cards. I never knew how to play this game as a child, so most of my cards are in pristine condition, especially the Japanese ones, because I never touched them. These ones were always cool. I like to hold them in my hands and stuff, and I thought all of that was great. Even though I couldn't play the game, I was like, I will touch the cards because the cards are nice. So like some of the best cards, there might be some really good stuff in here. There might be like a first edition Japanese base set Bulbasaur that's in really good condition, or a Pikachu, or there's got to be some other stuff. I'm sure that if you know anything about the game, you'll let me know. And before I get any comments about it, no, I'm not selling any of these cards. This is the last I have of my childhood nostalgia of like vintage Pokemon cards. This is all that I can find. There might be some that are peppered in some binders, but this is the bulk of it. If it goes up an egregious amount of money, then yes, I will sell it. But this is all I have as far as vintage Pokemon cards, and I don't have a lot of them. First things first, let's go over the cards. And just to be clear, I think we have like 20 packs, and each of these has 10 cards in them. So we've definitely got some, I mean, it's like opening old booster packs. It's like I made these old booster packs, and I did put tape on the top of these. So hopefully the top of these cards are not damaged from the Scotch tape. But what we're going to do is I have these craft scissors, and we're just going to cut off the bottom of all of these penny sleeves, and we're just going to ship the cards out through the bottom. We have some promos that I want to talk about. Then I'm going to go over the few first editions that are in here. We could talk about that. All right, so the first thing that we'll go ahead and talk about are these promos. I have a Meowth Gold Border, Electabuzz movie promo, 2 of those. Actually, it looks like it's the Black Star promo. Now, I do know some things about Pokemon. As I said, I'm a very avid Magic the Gathering collector. I know very much about cards, so using deductive reasoning, I'm able to learn some things. I know, obviously, about the first edition symbol. I know that sometimes the rarity will be missing, and then I also know about the shadowed cards. So you see this shadow along the border right here on this Pikachu? Some of the first edition cards didn't have this shadow down the border. It's just like a slight difference, a slight tweak. And if a card is shadowless, it has more value. It's just like how white border Magic the Gathering cards are going to have less value than black border Magic the Gathering cards in certain instances. The other cards that I have are, let's go over these non-holographics that we have. We have I do know that this is a fossil, and these are rares that we're going over, but they're all in very, very nice condition. I'll go ahead and get this electrode out here, just so that you can have an idea of what the condition of most of my cards are going to be. It's very, it's clean. You could just see that sheen across the card. It's like nice and clean. So a lot of my cards are just like unplayed condition, which as far as TCGs and collectors go, like this is the TCG that really values those gradings, those BGS and those PSAs and all those Fugazis and whatevers. Now let's go over my holographics, and I will say this about my holographics. I must have loved them as a child, because Most of them are definitely in like a light played condition. Like this looks mostly nice, but when you get to the back of that card, you can see the sheen is different. There's a little bit of edge surface wear. Pretty good on that one. I'll show you this Vaporeon so that you can get a better idea. Hitmonchan, also light played condition. Probably a MP on this. You can even see like the corners. Maybe I traded for this? Yeah, because if you look at the back of this card, it is just like, yeah, that's like an MP. Easy MP. I might want to get a little bit closer here. Get the camera a little bit more focused so that you can really see if we bring it up close. Yeah, there you go. Now you have a better idea of what we're looking at here. But yeah, those corners definitely some play on this card. Again, this is why I'm not going to really sell any of these, especially these old foils or these old holographics, is just because most of them are busted and they're just nostalgic for me. Like, look at this Vaporeon here. You could just, oh man, ooh, that card is loved. It's got a nice crease in the corner there. You could see it. Look at that right there. That is a crease, baby. But still very cool. So let's go through the rest of these holographics, and then we're going to talk about my first editions that I do have. Haunter, Ninetales. I'm going to go ahead and bring these Ninetales holographic. Pretty sweet. Also in like a light played condition. We do have a holographic Nidoking. And so I guess this would be unlimited. And you're also seeing all these cards have shadows. So no shadowless stuff that I can see like at a glance, but pretty cool. And now the few first editions that I do have are right here. And none of these are base set. So it's going to be like fossil stuff. Magneton, Sandshrew, or Sandan. This actually is base set. This is base set first edition German. Also in very good condition. First edition German as well here with the Magmar. All right, and then this one, which is actually really cool. This is a base set first edition German Tauboga, which is a Pidgeotto, and you can see on this one, this is actually in very, very nice condition. For a first edition non-holographic rare, I'm actually very proud of it. I'm actually really happy that I have this card. Yeah, pretty cool. So one thing I do know is that the Japanese cards that we're about to talk about, we've talked about all of these, all of my cards that are not in these pseudo repacks. Let's talk about these really quick. These are the Poke Trivia cards. I looked these up. Charizard is worth some money. I don't have a Charizard, but these are all kind of cool. They have like little scenes from the show or from Mewtwo Strikes Back on the back of them. Looks like there were only a few images, but yeah, kind of cool. Definitely some fun nostalgia here. If you know where these came from, let me know. I don't really know myself where they're from or where they popped up. Was it like a Target pack or like a Walmart pack or something like that? Did this come out of like a cellophane booster, or were these given out? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know much about them. Again, anything that I miss, just let me know. So we'll talk really quickly about these Japanese cards. Again, all of them in very, very nice condition. You can just see the sheen on the back. There's like no real edge wear on any of them. Even the top of the cards where they were touching the tape, it doesn't really look like that tape affected that top edge of the card very much. So these are all 1996. There's uncommons, there's commons. I don't know if I put rares in these, but like I said, you can have some commons and uncommons from these sets that, here, let's just go through them. You'll have uncommons and commons from these sets, and this is like Team Rocket, I guess. That could be worth a lot. I mean, this is like a Team Rocket Squirtle. I don't know if it has any kind of value. I'll have to look it up. This has like the little fossil symbol on it. This is an uncommon Tentacruel. We have a Golbat. Little Magmar. Oops, I'm off. Magmar here. I really like the art on this. Fossil Omanite. We have a Team Rocket Raticate. a Fossil Slowbro, Fossil Wheezing. This looks like a base set Doduo, maybe like a first edition Doduo. You know, let me know if you know. And I do know about these symbols. These would have come out of like a deck, I believe. And this is like Erica, I think. So this would be Erica's Jigglypuff. And so I guess it would be a Jigglypuff that has different moves or something like that. I don't know. And then a Weedle. And then we have Brock's Zubat. Again, I'll show you one more time. Most of the conditions on all of these cards are flawless. So this condition, the condition of this card, it's actually really funny because this one card that I wanted to have some nice value, it does have like a little tiny streak down the back of it. But otherwise, very, very nice condition on a card that was, I guess, controversial and banned and then later on changed. So now we're at the part that everybody's been waiting for. I do appreciate everyone's patience. We are going to get into this. So let's go ahead and just crack into these and see if we can find anything fun. Again, the Pikachu and like Bulbasaur and probably Charmander, all that stuff is going to be the kind of stuff that let's go ahead and push these out. Oh yeah, so the tape kind of stuck on the top of these cards here. I hope that does not really affect the top of them. No, I mean the top looks fine, honestly. All right, here we go. We got some Rocket cards. Please let me know if there's anything cool here. I'll be able to look out for some stuff. Mostly I'm going to be looking out for anything that's like base set looking like this. I think this is like a first edition Ghastly. I feel like it is. Because the Japanese cards did not have that. So we'll set that to the side. The Japanese cards did not have a first edition symbol that I could see after doing very little eBaying. We have energy here. Now, this is a rare Venomoth. So I did put rares in these. So that is pretty sweet. There's a rare Venomoth here that is a star symbol in the bottom right. Then we have a Team Rocket Voltorb. And then an uncommon Meowth here that came out of some sort of deck. And then a common Tauros that also came out of some sort of deck. And a common Doduo that also came out of some sort of deck. Hopefully we could find more base set stuff. That's what I really want to find. I know that that's probably going to have a lot of appeal. I would love to find an old Pikachu. It would be really cool if there were an old Pikachu hanging out in some of these cards. All right. So I do know that symbol is jungle. Find a fossil Tentacool. We find an uncommon fossil Golduck. Uncommon fossil Kingler. A Team Rocket Porygon. Team Rocket Dratini. A uncommon fossil Sand Slash. Team Rocket Eevee. Oh, this is pretty sweet. A Team Rocket Charmeleon. I love the art on that. Let's see what the condition is like if these are all pretty much, yeah, they're all just like unplayed. It's nuts. Team Rocket Raticate. So no rares in that. Let's continue down. Let's continue down this path. Not finding a lot of base set. Maybe we will find a pack that's just got all base set cards. Yeah, that one. Very little effect from the tape on that. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Little uncommon Seadra. You find a Team Rocket Psyduck. Uncommon Team Rocket Muck. I must have bought so many Team Rocket packs. That's what I'm noticing. Team Rocket Mankey. Uncommon Team Rocket Machoke. Erica's Oddish. Erica's Bellsprout. This looks like a gym card. It says gym, I guess. And then we do find a Team Rocket Slowpoke. And then a Jungle Nidoran female. Definitely looking for one of the starters. It looks like no like holographic cards so far. Only one rare in that one pack. All right. A Team Rocket trainer card. It has a nice Snorlax on there. That's kind of cool. Another Rocket Voltorb. Fossil Golbat. Really cute art on just like a little Magnemite here. Team Rocket as well. This looks like Lieutenant Surge's Magnemite. Find another gym card. This one is a Voltorb. Find a Drowsy. And then a couple trainer cards here. This one's a Team Rocket. I don't know what it is. And then a couple commons. We find this common Coughing, which is pretty cool. What? Coughing was grass? Is that what I'm seeing? It doesn't make sense, does it? Was poison not in? I don't know. I don't know anything about this game. I don't know anything about it. But I do know that I love the old art on these cards. So that's a fun common Jungle Meowth there. Not finding much. Ooh! Oh! Yes! Yellow Cheeks. Oh, hold on. Hold on, we're going to set these to the side here. Wow. That's what we want. If we're pulling commons and stuff, it may, it's got a tiny bit of surface, but the corners look fantastic. The centering is a tiny bit off top to bottom, but we're going to go ahead and put this guy into a sleeve because this one card I do know is going to be worth a little bit. It's going to be worth something, especially in that really nice near mint condition. All right, so we do find a Pikachu. That's cool. A nice little Japanese first edition Yellow Cheeks Pikachu. Let's keep going with this pack. Find another fossil card. Little trainer card here. This is an uncommon, and I'm pretty sure this is an item finder. And I think this is base set. I don't see any symbol on it, so we're going to set this to the side. I think that's a card that might be worth something as well. Do find a fossil Magmar. Little cute little Ponyta. The image of a Ponyta is just nice, isn't it? We find a Team Rocket Hitmonlee foot next to a bunch of fighting Pokemon. I don't really know. A Team Rocket Abra. Again, the art on these cards is just nice. It's just really great. A lot of these cards I never really, I guess, appreciated the art. And it looks like someone's Vulpix. Some bald guy. I don't know why I don't know his name. but it's his Vulpix. All right, let's go ahead and see. We can keep on going here. We still got plenty of packs left. We're making our way through. Will there be any more rares? Love to find a rare. All right, we find a Team Rocket Energy. Misty's Horsey. Some sort of gym card with that guy on it again. An uncommon Wheezing. Find a fossil set card, HP 10. I don't know what this is. Ooh, a jungle Rhyhorn. That's cool. Common. Find a Team Rocket. These Team Rocket cards. Bought a lot of this Team Rocket stuff, and I really wish I hadn't. Looking for more base set, and it's looking like I did not buy a lot of base set in Japanese. There's like Fossil here. And another Team Rocket Slowpoke. So these Team Rocket cards, were those just like a set of cards, or was that a deck? Do you guys even... What's the deal with that? And all of these Ericas, like, and Brock's cards, and these had to be some sort of deck as well, right? These had to be like pre-constructed decks. We find a gym card, an Erica's... I think this is Erica, but it's her Executor. And yeah, it's really weird to see like Wheezing as a grass Pokemon. That just like throws me off so much. I'm just like, this does not make sense. Nice little Team Rocket Oddish. Team Rocket Execute. Or Jungle Execute, my bad. This is Lieutenant Surge, a gym card here. And we have another gym card. Find another Team Rocket Porygon. Another Team Rocket Slowpoke. A Fossil Trainer card. And a Fossil Tentacool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of these left. Let's see if there's anything super special. It would be fun if, like, as a kid, I had seeded them in such a way where maybe, like, I put, like, one big crazy pack. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird being tricked by yourself as a child. You're like, what were you thinking, kid? Pretty cool. Uncommon Vaporeon. Team Rocket. Again. Fossil. Team Rocket. Whatever that thing is again. Team Rocket. Gold Duck. Team Rocket. Double Gold Duck. Very cute little Jungle Eevee here. So is this like first edition Jungle? I guess it would be, right? And then some weird trainer card with a Wheezing in it. All right, here we go. Fossil Shelder. Fossil Tentacruel. Fossil Slowbro. All right, so more fossil cards here. Another Fossil Trainer card. Oh, this is like an all fossil pack. Ekans. First Ekans that we've pulled. We find a Misty's Psyduck. A Fossil Tentacruel. And a Team Rocket Machop. Tiny little bit of something on there. And then we do find a rare. This time a Brock's Doug Trio. So that's pretty sweet. So this must have just come out of some sort of starter deck that just gives you a bunch of whatevers. I'll go ahead and set the rare in the middle there. Actually, the rare we can go ahead and put into a sleeve. That makes sense. All right, let's keep it going. Little energy card. Uncommon Team Rocket Kadabra. Erica's Tangela. Got a Tentacool. Team Rocket. Porygon. And this is actually a rare. This is what looks like a first edition. I'm pretty sure we had one of these over here in Unlimited. Let me see. Oh yeah, so this might actually be first edition Japanese. Because like I said, this is 1996. So I'm thinking that this is actually going to be pretty rare here. We'll set that to the side. I don't know if it's worth anything, but it is a first edition Japanese card. I'm pretty sure that's rare. And then we do find a base set Diglett as well. So a couple base set cards here, which are what we're looking for. We'll go ahead and set that Diglett to the side with the base set cards. Then we have a Shelder and a Psyduck, both from Fossil. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at this Electrode here. I know they're going to put it under harsh scrutiny. The centering is way off. You can see on this card right off the bat. The centering on the top and bottom is going to stop it from being a 10. Centering is very, very, very off. The surface of the card is immaculate, so it's kind of a bummer that the centering is off on the card because it really does look nice. But as far as... it's really cool to me because Electrode and Voltorb are two of my very favorite Pokemon. We'll set that over here. Actually, we'll put all the base set cards. Diglett, better centering, but a little bit of surface on that card. We'll just set these here for now. Rather than pick at the tape, that's why we're doing the scissors. Just in case anybody's like, why is he cutting? Why don't he just take the tape off? All right. Nice little Fossil Zubat. Find a Jungle Paris. It's kind of cute with this Jigglypuff of, oops, little fossil card. Hit the camera with that one. I like it. Oh, these need to go over here. An uncommon Arbok. Team Rocket Meowth. This damn card that I've seen so much. Another fossil trainer card with a Jigglypuff on it. Cute little Venonat. Team Rocket. And a Team Rocket War Turtle. So that's kind of cool. That was an uncommon, the War Turtle. Another uncommon, or another trainer card with his Jigglypuff on it. Little Fossil Horsey. Fossil trainer card. Fossil Psyduck. We do find a Team Rocket Jolteon that looks pretty sweet. Another Jigglypuff floating. Little uncommon Seadra. We find an uncommon Slowbro this time. And then a Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu. And that is a gym card. A little bit of surface on the back there, sadly, because the centering does look really nice on this. All right, everyone, we're getting down to the end here. So bear with me. I know that this is a longer video, but it's not often that we talk about Pokemon, right? All right, we find a Misty's Goldeen. Goldeen. And then we find a Team Rocket Vaporeon again, followed by a Team Rocket Slowbro, a Team Rocket Geodude. Ooh, another rare Team Rocket, or another uncommon Team Rocket Jolteon here. That's cool. Team Rocket Magnemite. Team Rocket Coughing. Well, uncommon Fossil Wheezing. Team Rocket Flareon. That's very nice. I like that a lot. Beautimous. I wish the Team Rocket cards were worth a lot. I hope they are when I look them up. But methinks they probably won't be. We did find a couple base set cards, which is kind of cool. All right. We find a Jungle Trainer card here, followed by a Jungle Butterfree. Really like the art on that. It's very nice. And then we find this guy's Nidorino, followed by a Jungle Parasect. Team Rocket Zubat. Team Rocket Persian. Fossil Tentacool. Fossil Shelder. And a Fossil Horsey. And another Fossil Omanite. I wonder if I just like found like the Pikachu, and that's probably going to be the best. We'll see. This looks like a base set Pidgey. So that looks like a first edition Pidgey. We'll set that to the side. It's got a little bit of curling on these. These have, I don't know if you can see this, but it looks like a little bit of curling. We do find a Gym Charmander. And that is a base set Magmar. We'll set that to the side. And we do find a rare Gym Trainer card here. So we'll go ahead and set the rare over to the side as well, because we'll have to see if we can figure out what that card is. Find a Fossil. Another Coughing. Another Team Rocket Eevee. Another Team Rocket Dratini. And a Team Rocket Ekans. So that was a fun pack that had a couple base set cards in it, but again, there's a little bit of curl on this. Otherwise, surface looks nice. Centering actually looks nice as well. Don't know if there's any way to actually get that little bend out of there. We don't want to damage the card. Just like, did I never pull like a Blastoise or a Venusaur any of the time? Find a uncommon Team Rocket Muck. This looks like a base set common trainer card. We'll set that to the side. Find a Cubone. Or not a Cubone, a Kabuto. Jeez. A Fossil Geodude. Fossil Zubat, a Fossil. I always love the art on this with like the Grimer just kind of like hanging out by the trash can. Lots of fossil cards. So are these all like first edition fossil cards? Uncommon Sandslash. Another uncommon Jolteon. Lots of these uncommon Jolteons popping up. I pulled many Jolteons. Another base set Pidgey. Centering is off. Fossil Trainer card. Fossil Trainer card. Fossil Psyduck. Oops. Fossil Ekans. Fossil Slowpoke. Fossil Geodude. Fossil Magmar. Fossil Tentacruel. And this is cool. Fossil Golem. First Golem that we've pulled. Pretty sweet. Love the art. Interesting, it's just an uncommon despite, you know, being a Golem. All right, we've only got 4 packs left. I'll be right back. I'm going to take a drink. And we're going to keep it going. Oh, okay. Base set Charmander. Centering is a little weird, but pretty cool. The surface of the card looks to be really nice. We'll set that to the side. Then a Team Rocket Squirtle. Uncommon Jungle Lickitung. That's pretty sweet. Common Gym Tauros. Another Team Rocket War Turtle. Oh, that's sweet. A Team Rocket Dragonair uncommon. And this is a rare trainer card here. It says Gym on it. It has Misty on it. Centering looks to be really nice. Surface looks to be really nice. Set that to the side there. I mean, a rare I'm just going to set over here. We're just going to set the rares over here so that we can get them in sleeves. Fossil Krabby. A Rapidash. And a very... Or this is a Rapidash. Team Rocket Rapidash. Double Rapidash, I guess? It is so funny I made these repacks. I wonder if this, like, helped the condition of the cards over time. Probably not. Alright, 3 packs left. We're almost done with this, and then I will have some sorting to do, but we're not going to do any of that on camera. Oh, so this is a rare. This is a rare Pidgeotto, or... Yeah, rare Pidgeotto. Yeah, pretty cool. Surface looks nice. Centering looks nice. We'll set that to the side. Fossil Shoulder. Gym Geodude. Gym Geodude. 2 different arts there. Uncommon Choke. Do find a Marowak. Jungle Marowak, first one that we have seen. Set that here as well. A Fossil Kabuto. And a Onix. Base set Onix. That looks to be what that is. Very tiny crease in the card, sadly. It looks to be like a binder mark. We're going to set it to the side, though, because that's what we're looking for, base set cards. Do find a Gym card here and a Sparrow in the close. All right. Team Rocket Diglett. I love the wildly different art on some of these cards. Fossil Graveler. That's cool. Find a Gym Primate. Another Team Rocket Dratini. This is a base set uncommon Machoke. Centering looks nice. Surface looks nice. Fossil Cubone. And that is a rare gem Nidoqueen. Very cool. 1 pack left, everyone. This has been fun. I think this was like the most interesting card, and it was the one that was opened off camera just because it's like it was so controversial. I thought, oh my gosh, this card must be worth a lot. But here we go. We've got some stuff, and I really cannot wait to check out the comments on this one and see if anybody notices anything that's exceptional. We do have another gym card here. These are our last 10 cards of the video. Find this, another Jigglypuff fossil card. We find a fossil Krabby, a fossil Geodude, a fossil Omanite, love that art, a fossil Kabuto, a fossil uncommon Cloyster, a fossil Arbok, and common gym trainer card. I guess, yeah, everyone, let me know in the comments if there was anything that was awesome that I pulled. We're going to have to take a look at some of these base set cards. I'm going to need to look at them more closely, checking them for like centering and everything. And yeah, I mean, I guess these are kind of like what I'm looking for the most. Is the value of these old cards. We did find that Pikachu, which is neat. I'm going to go ahead and get all these in sleeves, and then we'll talk about them. All right, so here they are. These are the cards that look to be from the very first set. You'll have to let me know if I'm wrong. Oh, that's not one of them. But yeah, very cool to have all these old vintage Pokemon cards. Centering looks nice on some of them. This is the one that I'm the most excited about. I don't know if that top-down centering will get it to be a 10, probably not, but the surface on it looks really nice, and it's that Yellow Cheeks Pikachu. It's just, there's something very nostalgic about this old art. I really appreciate everybody watching today. I know that this was a long video. I hope it was fun. What is going on with Pokemon? Is this going to continue to be a huge hype train? Is it going to derail? Or is it really worth the hype? Are these cards really worth the value that I'm starting to see? I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, first time at the channel. If you enjoyed it, click like, click subscribe. Best way to support the channel with just the click of a button. We normally do Magic the Gathering content, but that's not saying that we're never, ever going to talk about Pokemon or indulge doing a Pokemon video like we did today. Yeah, I'm Jake. Jake and Joel are Magic. I'm tapped out. Catch you later.